I'm from Le Parisien. Congratulations for this victory. Do you think that this 5-0 is a masterpiece? There was so much tension coming into the game that I don't really know what to think. I don't know if we can call it a masterpiece. I think that we got off to a blinding start. I thought that we've had a great hand over our preparation this week, and we were able to be in the right, find that right balance between motivation, and my team was exceptional this evening. There was so much pressure coming from Inter Milan. It was very intense. Dembele was pressing Xana, Aseli, and the centre backs, and he was incredible. He didn't give them room to breathe. They couldn't find their feet. They couldn't find their players. I think that we were very lucky with the goals because as soon as we had goal scoring opportunities, we found the back of the net. This game was one that we were in cruise control. It was a great game. Good evening, Betisberger from AFP. I'm on your right over here. So PSG is a whole team. It's a whole capital city, and all the players, I imagine, are drunk in happiness. For you, who's actually already won a Champions League, what does this mean 10 years after the one that you won with Barcelona? Just the fact that I've got to another Champions League final means that it was an exceptional game. I think that Inter Milan has had a wonderful season, and the fact that they were also in the final says a lot. In our case, it was also very important. My first day at the PSG campus, I had my first press conference. My French was even worse than it is today, and I said that the ultimate goal for me as the new coach was to fill the trophy cabinet. I said the only trophy that was missing from that cabinet was the Champions League, and here we are. We've tick that box. We were ambitious, and we're going to continue to conquer the footballing world. And it's a great thing when you can make people that you don't even know happy. And our supporters, our fans this evening showed just how intense they are. They're that 12th man on the pitch, and I think that the team reflects the supporters that it has. And we are supported day in, day out, come rain or shine. And I'm just so happy. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, it was very emotional. And it was beautiful to think that the supporters had thought about me and my family. I didn't need to win the Champions League or even win a game to think about my daughter. My daughter is always with me. And she's here, she's supporting our family, and I feel her presence even when we lose. It's just about pulling everything that we went through together and really take the positives out of the negative situation. That's our mindset. That's my mentality. It's my family's mentality. And I was delighted to see the banderole, but I don't need a trophy to think about my daughter. She's always here with me. Good evening, Luis. A question from Argentina. I just want to talk about the emotions because we know that football is an emotional game. Congratulations for the win. When did you realize that your team was going to score as many goals as they did? When did you think that it was in the bag? And you speak a lot about Xana. Maybe you could talk about your emotions a little bit this evening. I'd just like to know a little bit more. When you're a coach, you have to handle over your emotions all the time, because if not, you won't be able to handle pressure. You won't be able to judge what your team is doing. You won't be able to ascertain what's going on. And I think my players, we prepared for this final. We were very conscious. We had a cool and calm head so that all of the excitement around the team, because obviously winning the Champions League for the first time in a club's history is so important, not only for the club, but also for the supporters. So, okay, it's in the bag. It's coming home with us to Paris tomorrow. And now it's about savoring the moment, but also accepting the fact that in life, just as in football, you win some and you lose some. I thought we were marvelous this evening, and I would really like to say that it was difficult to come to the final. And then when you go and find that that trophy. I want to sing the praises of Inter Milan, of their staff. They stood there, they waited, they were so respectful. They watched us lift that trophy. They stayed on the pitch, even though it was difficult, was painful for them to see us celebrating. And I think that this is something that we should be teaching our kids. Come rain or shine, you can win or lose, you have to show respect for the opponent. And I would like to congratulate Inter Milan for this. Thank you. Good evening, Luis. Congratulations for everything that you've been able to do this evening. I know that everyone is celebrating, but I would just like to ask a question about the Club World Cup. You said a little while ago that you wanted to bring home silverware. If you were to rank the Club World Cups, the FIFA's Club World Cup that is going to start next month, how does this slot in the game plan that you have for this season? Is it something that you would put on equal footing with the Champions League? I think it's an incredible competition. Maybe not now, it's the first edition, but it will become an incredibly important title to win. And I think that the fact that the best teams in the world are going to meet every 4 years, and not with national teams, but with clubs, it is incredible. And we want to finish in this season in style. I guess it would be the cherry on the cake. And this would be the fifth trophy of the season if we were able to put it off. Good evening. A question for an Ecuadorian newspaper. Well, congratulations. Very well done for the pressing, the incessant pressing that we saw from PSG. When watching, I felt like PSG wasn't going to lose a single ball. What can you say about the emotions, about the intensity? Baggio is the first Ecuadorian rather who has won the Champions League, and he was part of the second goal. He was really a game changer. I think it's very difficult because when we sign very young players and they come to a club that is as big as Paris Saint-Germain, be we talking about Neves, Doué, Pacho, I don't want to leave anyone out here. All of these players have brought something to the team, and this has allowed us to get to the final that we're at. I think that we've shown just how exceptional this is, and I would like to say that everyone's talking about the Ballon d'Or, but I would give it to Ousmane Dembele just because if we think about how he defended today, he showed just what he was made of. He was a leader. He was humble. He got back down and defended. And I think that without a shadow of a doubt, he deserves this not only for the goals that he scored, but also for the pressing that we saw. We've seen such a season from him, but he was exceptional in this final. I think that at the beginning of the game was incredible for us. We were able to make the most of all of the chances, and we're able to get 2-0 up relatively quickly. This was an objective that we had and that we have in going into every game. But I really think that that 3-0 needed to come in. When we got the third goal, then I was saying, okay, we need to find that fourth goal because the game could open up, and that the players were wonderful. Everything that we've done over the course of this season has paid off, and the performance of my team tonight is high level. We are so happy, and now let's celebrate.